Hello and welcome back to Auto Marble Racing Season 4. We're here with race 16, Office Madness. Hey, took time long. Where's longer there? Hey, long time no. Oh, brain. Hey, long time no see. Yes, I saw Boer was vibing away to the music during the break there. Yes, Office Madness by Paulos. Hopefully said that right. Hopefully didn't butcher that. Probably did. Just realised I need to update the title real quick as well to Office Madness. And if you haven't seen Office Madness before, then oh boy, are you in for a treat. One of our longest races of the season. I didn't even realise coming to stream that this was Office Madness. I didn't even comprehend what track it was while I was looking at what we had up for today. But yes, quite the track. Yeah, lots of interesting areas on it, but we'll get to that in just a minute. First, the current standings, Pesky Bird leading. But you know what? I'm not going to go through every points thing like we keep doing at the start. You can see all the points there. But Pesky Bird is leading. Then we have Demon, Were, Fludes, Alfonso, Moose, Superboss, Shady, Stormy, Sage, Azur, Cheese, Weep, Iceman, Luna, Eggbot, and Jimmy. As I'm sure you don't need me to go through every single point number. I think really what everyone's really interested in and excited for is the race. DNF predictions will be interesting. They will indeed. So let's head over to the track. So here we are. Just give you a minute to take it all in. This is Office Madness. In fact, you know what? I'm also going to have to set the music back slightly because this race could go on for quite a while and the music may end mid-race, which you don't want. So I'm bumping the music back to a random point. If I just go further back. Let's go there. Okay. So we should have music for the whole race. Okay, yes, there you go. You've had enough time to take it all in. Yes, going to be a long race. Skip the formalities indeed. I mean, to be honest, I really need to do that at the start of every single one. Points are there on screen. Share them after every race. People can see them. Just need to know the positions. Use up all my voice just in the intro going through the positions and points for everyone. Alright, so let's get everyone in. So it's 2 laps because technically it's quite a long track and 1 lap would probably be enough, but we can't really just do 1 lap, we need a fastest lap. So 2 laps. Yeah, 2 laps. Whether that's too long, some people may say yes, some people may say it's not long enough. Yeah, 2 laps around this gigantic course. But before I show you very briefly around, because it will take ages to go around the whole thing, it would be funny if nobody got faster on lap 2. Well, that is always a chance. Theoretically, you should, because you'll be crossing the line at speed. But yeah, maybe not. Let's do the predictions. Now this one could be... So I've got an ad coming up apparently. So I'm going to snooze that. So that's going to be snooze for 5 minutes. So that we can do the predictions and the start of the race. See, I'm nice like that. Snoozing the ads for you so you don't miss out. So we're going to start the prediction. This could be quite a wild one. You may want to wait for the first minute to at least see some of the track if you haven't seen this before. This could be interesting. Here we go. Predictions are live. 2 minutes to predict. So very briefly, here's the first section. There are obstacles. There's a bowl. There's layers coming out of the bowl. There's a pipe. There's a grassy area. There's more obstacles of fruits and stuff and axes that will try to stop you. We have a honeycomb section going through to the checkered bowl, into the checkered section, through to the rainbow road. Not the rainbow road, the actual rainbow road. Don't want to get sued for that one. Then through to the grassy section with loads of grassy things that want to stop you and ruin your day. Down into the blue bowl, into the blue section, up the stripy ladder, into the yellow and red section. More obstacles that want to stop you and slow you down. Up past the nails, through the boosters, which again try to get stuck on. Into a bowl, through the fire, down these little layers of slanted slopes of assorted colours, through some split sections, more nails that want to ruin your day, through a nice flowery wonderland, which also probably wants to ruin your day, into the yellow section, into the blue section, into the green section, into the orange section, or first through the see-through bowl into the orange section, then to another stripy ladder, but there's two this time. Then round we have some holes you can drop down, more nails that want to ruin your day, the bit that really will ruin your day, which sends you backwards if you hit any of these boosters, and I tell you what, we've seen a lot of races ruin there, more nails that want to ruin your day, more ladders made of wood, some nice colourful roads, some nails just at the very end, you know, just to ruin your day one final time, down to the white section, over a little conveyor, and down to the finish. I tell you what, just in time for the predictions to finish up as well. Look at that. That is your quick tour around Office Madness. Summing up nice and easy. The legit happiness in the voice explaining the track. Basically, you see his smile without a webcam. Yeah, it's... I don't even know if I'm mentally prepared for this race. It is a wild one. It is an interesting one. And I guess with all that done, it is time to get it started. So here we go. Countdown starting. And they're off. Now we won't be running this one quite as slow as we run some of the others. Again, because of how long this track is, and it runs quite well. It's not too fast on a bit of a higher speed anyway. But Iceman will be leading. The most unnecessary track to start pole, that is true. Azur's going to be in second, Jimmy dropping to fifth with a bit of a slow start. Wheat gaining a couple of positions at the back, ahead of Sage and Pesky Bird. And into the first set of obstacles as they're getting slowed down. Cheese getting slammed into the wall. Can lose a bit of time as everyone piles together. Luna's going to be battling it out with Iceman. Luna's going to come out on top. Let's see if anyone's going to have any trouble here. Anyone getting stuck? It looks like everyone is through the first section clean. Congratulations everyone on making it through the first set of obstacles. So Luna is going to be leading, Iceman in second, Azur in third, Superboss in fourth, Shady in fifth. It looks like Jimmy's going to try and take the inside line there. Shady cutting across Superboss. Quite a big bowl here. Going to do a quick speed increase. This bowl can take a little while to get around. Boy's going to stop Demon from cutting in there. There we go, so down against Superboss is going to be the first one to drop down. Boer second. Big bowl for a big salad. That is one thing you could use a big bowl for. It looks like Stormy is going to come out the worst from that one. Boer is going to be holding Azur and Demon back, but Superboss is breaking away in the lead. Iceman dropping to fifth, Jimmy dropping down to 10th. But it is early. On a track like this, anything can happen. Too early to be calling anything. And there's the first incident of Superboss colliding at the top of the pipe. And Demon with a rough exit as well, and a few rough exits at the top of this pipe, costing some big positions there. But then maybe able to make them back later. We see Cheese and Alfonso falling as well. So Superboss, Demon, Alfonso and Cheese all taking a fall on the pipe. And now up at the front, we've got the Icebreakers and the Ultraviolets battling it out. Shady and Eggbot are going to join in, Moo just behind. But it's going to be an Iceman and Jimmy 1-2 coming around here. And this is quite a familiar sight from the last season. Stop the count, red flag. No restart race control. What's going on, Iceman? So we've got Shady now up in front, managing to get in front of Iceman and Jimmy. You're frustrated. Frustrated about leading? Oh, okay. Now you can be frustrated. So bad bounce there by Iceman's going to drop a few positions. Shady's going to be leading, Eggbot in second, Moo in third. Then Jimmy, Pesky Bird and Boer side by side. Iceman Sage will now be side by side. An instant jinx. It might not have happened if you weren't getting frustrated in the chat. The karma came to bite back. But we have Eggbot leading. Oh, Moo with a perfect drop there, though, is going to go into the lead. Pesky Bird's got a good line, but will collide with Eggbot. Weep will collide with Eggbot as well, so that's going to cost Eggbot a few places. But it's going to move Weep up to fourth, just behind Jimmy. Going onto the ladder here, Jimmy and Pesky Bird will be side by side, followed by Boer, then Weep, Eggbot, then Iceman. Boer saying they're scared of getting stuck. Well, we'll see if anyone else has got stuck so far. It's looking... We're looking alright so far. We're looking alright. Everyone's still on the move. And now I can reveal that there were some minor adjustments made prior to this season on this track. So I noticed more people were getting stuck a little bit more regularly on my testing. Obviously there are a lot of obstacles on this one, and I was losing a good half to 3/4 of the grid in a lap, which wasn't great for the racing. So I did do a few tweaks to make it a little less frequent. Added a few boosters here and there to help with some of the obstacles. So we may see a bit more racing and a few less DNFs on this track, hopefully to add to the excitement and enjoyment of the race. Because yeah, it was one lap round and basically near enough the whole grid was stuck somewhere. Or the whole grid was. Not fair for the predictions. Well, I don't think, looking at what the predictions are so far, I don't think anyone predicted everyone getting stuck, so you might be better off with the changes, with the guesses. But yeah, there were a couple of minor changes that just had to be made in a few places just to try and help with the flow. It seemed a little bit higher DNF than it was in last season's. Might be because we have a few less races than the previous season, or just something else. Could just be random from testing, but yeah, we should have a bit more racing action going on. So we moving up into first. So a great first lap so far, going from last place to first place already. Alfonso in second, and quite a gap back to third right now. It looks like it's going to be Eggbot in third. Pesky Bird's going to drop down in fourth. Everyone else still going around and around. Superboss and Moose side by side. Sage going to drop down just in front of Shady, followed by Cheese. And Boer going for it, but just misses. Attempt number 2. Boer's really struggling here. Finally drops down, will be just behind Fludes, alongside Azur, then Iceman, Luna, and Demon does find their way down, followed by Jimmy. So let's head around and see where the leaders are right now. Weep is currently stationary, but it looks like Alfonso is going to come through, give them a little push, get them going again. So this area, you are fully at risk of getting stuck. If you choose this side, it is risky. Alfonso is going to move into the lead. And Weep is going to make it through. So Weep, thankful of Alfonso setting them free. Did have to drop a place for it, but better than remaining stuck there for longer. I mean, the top two are still quite far ahead. Pesky Bird making it through in third with Eggbot just behind. Moo, Shady and Cheese opting for the safer side, which is a bit slower, but you won't be getting stuck. Oh, and Sage just showing the dangers of opting for that side, was going quicker, was looking to gain some positions, but has got stuck. Stormy stuck as well. Flute is going to come through, going to set Stormy free. Will either of them hit Sage? Yep, Sage has been knocked free as well, and Flute is going to get stuck instead. The upside of having people behind you is there's a chance they will set you free, but Buenazura through without setting Flute free. Jimmy's stuck as well, and it looks like we're going to have F's in the chat here for both Fludes and Jimmy. Boy seems very happy about Fludes being stuck there after cheering them on in previous races. But yes, that is a double F for Fludes and Jimmy. 2 DNFs so far on lap 1. So is this going to be another cursed icebreaker track? Iceman currently in 13th, teammate Jimmy out in 17th. Still struggling to turn things around. But talking of turning things around, up at the front, Weep is still in second and just behind Alfonso. Alfonso getting a better release from the bowl. Will try and break away. You have to make sure I keep hydrating my voice in this one. Gotta make it all the way to the end. Eggbot out the bowl in third. Alfonso and Weep making it onto the ladder with ease. Eggbot coming around. Got Pesky Bird now on the move as well. Moo not far behind. And then Shady dropping through. Icebreakers, what happened? That is the question everyone is asking. What has happened to the icebreakers this season? Office madness happened. It's not looking as dominant as the last season. So Iceman will be in 14th, just in front of Demon. He will be 15th. So going up to the top of the ladder. Had another jinx. Yes. Of course. Wouldn't be a UMR race without some jinxes thrown in. Without the drama and excitement. But here's the really exciting part. The reverse boosters. Very proud, very proud. It's become a staple of the brand. And Alfonso's just making it look easy. Oh, Weep's coming through as well. Getting a couple of knockbacks, but there we go, Alfonso's through. Can Weep find the gap? It's going to hit a few boosters, and there's what you don't want to happen. There it is, Weep getting sent very far back. If you hit a few boosters in a row, you gain a lot of speed. And that speed is very costly. So you can see all the chaos going on here. We'll get a little zoom out while Alfonso is just chilling up at the front, extending that lead. Pesky Bird's going for it, looking for the gap. Final booster. Can Pesky Bird get past? Moo's going to get past before Pesky Bird. Pesky Bird's going to hit Super Boss, which actually saves them, and they both go through. Weep having real troubles with this. Clearly never encountering a situation like this before. Weep being one of our new racers to this season. Hasn't had to deal with this kind of obstacle before, and it shows. Sage making their way through. Boer's through quite clean as well. Luna just behind. And Weep got sent flying again. And it looks like Demon and Azure. It's another double F. See if anyone else is stuck anywhere. Nope, it is an Iceman coming all the way back. And what are the odds? There's no way. Go on, Iceman, you're on the edge. You just got to move slightly. But it looks like this isn't just a double F. This might be a triple F. I think it's going to be Iceman. Just the odds of that happening, and Rian and Weep still struggling as well. But there we go, it's Azure, Demon and Iceman all stuck. Now they may get set free on the next lap round, so they'll still be fighting each other for position. But with the length of these laps, there's no way they are making back any other positions. And that is incredibly unfortunate. Iceman suffering right now. Now we're going to head over to the front of the pack. See Alfonso with a massive lead right now. Going on to lap 2, going to try and keep hold of this lead. Can they keep hold of it through all the obstacles for yet another lap? Moo in second. Superboss in third, Pesky Bird in fourth, Sage in fifth, Luna in sixth, Boer in seventh, but Boer is currently stuck on the final nails. I told you, a lot of this track is just there to ruin your day. A lot of it will ruin your day, and that is just what it's doing. Wait, we have Iceman on the move again. Iceman has wiggled out. There is still a chance. I mean, the gap is huge now, but there is still a chance. As long as I don't get sent all the way back and perfectly land on a nail again. Weep is very unfortunate for Weep as well, with such a good start, such a good first lap, to then end up stuck in this section on repeat and just not being able to figure out how to get out of it. We go check on Boer, and it doesn't look like Boer's going to be set free just yet. Could Eggbot be the one? Could Eggbot be the one? Eggbot was not the one. Boer will stay stuck there. It's almost as bad as that one marble getting stuck on the robot in Sandstorm Mag Core 2 years ago. That was impressive. That was pretty crazy. For people that don't know or haven't seen that, that was the track showcase. And yeah, that was quite impressive. Definitely worth going and checking that out. A Weep still there, yeah. Oh, Alfonso's going to get a rollback. This is a chance for everyone else to gain on the race lead. It's a big one as well. Going all the way back through the pipe. I think there will be a clip somewhere. It was possibly in the highlights, if it was posted in there. Okay, Alfonso's out and still holding quite a strong lead. Moo coming through the pipe now. Looks like we're still not set free. We'll go check on Weep. Iceman made it through and is on the move. Weep still heading backwards. It is not a great time for Weep. It's almost like torture. Just not quite being able to get out. Always getting so close. Now let's whiz over further up ahead and see what's going on with the pipe here. Sage taking a fall. Luna's going to make it out. So everyone's quite separated now because of all the obstacles. Shady is stuck. Weep just checking if Demon is still stuck every now and then. Sad Weep noises. Oh, Shady being set free by Cheese. keep the racing going. A Weep has made it. There we go, everyone. Weep has made it out. And will be in 13th, but gets to continue and see the rest of the track. Maybe even set Were free. We will have to wait and see. We will go back and revisit that in just a second. See if Were is set free or not. Alfonso is through the grass section. And Moose, Superboss and Pesky Bird close together. Battling it out for that second position. Do we see Were moving yet? No, Weep hasn't got there yet. We will check back again in a minute. Oh, and it's close. Superboss and Pesky Bird will be side by side, but Pesky Bird's going to cut just in front on the outside. And Superboss almost sniping the ladder, but they'll be on side by side. Crazy how there can be so many DNFs without even one single marble falling off the track. Yeah, well, that is Office Madness, and it looks like Weep is going to go past Were, and Were is going to stay stuck there. So I think that is now an official call for Fs in the chat for Were. And a 13th position is how it's looking, unless someone else gets set through. We see Shady taking a fall in the pipe in the background, while Alfonso heads through the spinners and the triangles. It's because of this silly physics engine. Oh dear. Yeah, they do seem to like getting stuck on really skinny objects quite a lot. Guessing it's something to do with just the hit detection or the way the physics work. You can literally get stuck on the point of a triangle. So, Alfonso's going to get hit by Pesky Bird. This could be a huge play for Pesky Bird, trying to line up the hole, but another hit there. Alfonso cutting across. But Pesky Bird, with a great play, is going to move up to first, and has cost Alfonso quite a bit of time and struggling to get out of the bowl now. It's going to hit Superboss as well. Superboss will move up to second, and Alfonso will drop down just in front of Moo. Moo doesn't quite make it in. So Alfonso now down to third, Moo in fourth. So a big play by Pesky Bird, and a good play by Superboss as well. Whether that was a mistake from Alfonso there that caused that. But a great play by Pesky Bird. They've got Sage, Stormy and Luna very close together. I guess see in the distance, there's Weep making their way around, and there's Demon, Azure and Were all stationary. Eggbot heading through the spinners. Another pesky win, exactly what the season needs in terms of tension. Yeah, just add to the tension and the excitement. See Iceman going around there. But let's see what's going on through this section. This is the scary section. We've got Alfonso and Jimmy both stuck together. Superboss is stuck as well. Fluids is still stuck. Pesky Bird is just going to storm away right now in the lead. Moo's going to move up to second and make use of this to break away. And while there's no one nearby to set them free, this is going to be huge for first and second place to just make a gap. So Alfonso and Superboss in trouble right now. Stormy's going the safe route as well, so won't be setting them free. Very smart play by Stormy to move up to third, make it into the top three. And that'll be a big gain in terms of points as well. You see in the distance, Pesky Bird and Moo making their way around all the turns over there. Luna with a safe way. Sage has come through to set Superboss free and has set Fluids free, although a lap down. But managing to avoid Jimmy and Alfonso. It's a very interesting situation there. Is that an Iceman stuck again? That is an Iceman and Iceman does find the most interesting ways to get stuck on objects, but we'll get going again. That was an interesting place to get stuck on the half on the edge of an object, but we'll get moving again, finding the motivation to carry on. Let's fly over to the race leader right now. Not even surprised. I know we used to have our blur moments, but maybe we're going to start getting some classic Iceman moments after this season. So Pesky Bird, little cinematic cam. Oh, getting a bit stuck on the corner there. Pesky Bird still with a big lead. There's Moo coming around. And then we have Luna, Stormy, Sage, Superboss, Fluids and Eggbot all in the bowl together. Over at the ladder, looks like Pesky Bird had a bit of a delay and Moo is now right behind them. Iceman took over the curse. Yeah, is this season I think it has been passed on. The race ain't over, mate. It's not over yet. Iceman, well, I do say that the curse has been passed on, but we do currently have Blur stationary just before the finish, so maybe we are still seeing our share of classic Blur moments. Now we'll see if a Demon or a Zoe will get set free here. And Pesky Bird and Moo are going to be side by side, and Moo's going to have the inside line, so this could be huge for Moo. Might be able to move up into first. This could be big for the standings as well. Cuts in front of Pesky Bird. Just going to drop into other holes. Pesky Bird through clean, going to set Demon free as well. But into the most chaotic section, the bit that can cost you your entire race. As we found out on the previous lap, there's going to be a collision with Moo. Pesky Bird blocking Moo there. But back into the boosters. This is a chance for other people to catch up. Pesky Bird may have found the line there. Not quite. He's going to hit the boosters. Going to go flying back. All the way back to the nails. Moo's going back as well. It's going to block Pesky Bird. And here comes Stormy. This is where things are going to get really interesting. As we are not far from the finish here. This is the last major obstacle, and this is the one that could change it all. So things are going to get exciting as everyone else is joining in. And here we go. This is it. This is the moment. This is the drama. This is what everyone loves to see. And Superboss trying to find a way through. Let's get a bit of a view here of everyone. It looks like Superboss is going to be the first one to find a way through. It's going to be huge. Superboss up to first, Stormy up to second. Pesky Bird does make it through in third, so not too much of a loss. That's big for Superboss. Moo is going to make it out in fourth. Fluids is a lap behind. So it won't be in fifth. Luna's going to make it out in fifth. Azur's still stuck. Eggbot and Sage having some difficulties. Just struggling to get through this section. See Iceman down below. Followed by Cheese. Eggbot is through. Sage is getting launched all the way back again. Oh, and Boer has been set free by Demon. So we have a race between Demon and Boer as well here. And Demon is currently going to be in front. And Shady is off. Shady is off at the ladder, I think. That is an interesting one. And so we actually have a off-the-track DNF here. So that will be F's in the chat for Shady. But going past the final set of nails. Oh, Pesky Bird having some difficulties. Superbus and Stormy getting through clean. Stormy's not having enough speed to get Superbus on the conveyor. Looks like it is set in stone now. Moo joins the conveyor as well. It will be Superboss taking the win. Stormy in second. Pesky Bird will take third. Moo will take fourth. And this could be another, in fact it will be another good scoring position for Pesky Bird. Another top 3. Pesky Bird just doing bits this season. Is starting to pull away in the standings. Eggbot will be taking 6th. See what's going on further back. Sage is stationary. Currently in 7th. Shady's off, so Shady won't be coming around to save Sage. Sage is Sagenary. Sagenary on a nail. So Eggbot did take that 6th place. And we're going to speed things up a bit here. As Iceman could come around and take this spot if they're quick enough through this section. Now, with the amount of trouble this section can cause, the DNF timer may run out first. So Iceman coming through. Currently in 8th, but can they move up to 7th and get some extra points? And they've got Cheese just behind as well, and Weep will be joining shortly. And no, there's not enough time for any of them. So there we go. Look at that DNF count. My goodness, even with still quite a few people still going around, they couldn't make it to the end in time. And what would be interesting to see is if the timer didn't last, or lasted a bit longer, who would have made it out of this section first? Weep actually would have made it through this section first. And then it would have been Iceman. And then it would have been Cheese. So Iceman probably, well, it probably would have made too much of a difference on that position for Iceman there. But Cheese probably happier than dropping a position. But Sage probably pretty happy with that ending there to keep hold of that 7th. Every point counts, especially when you're in the top 10. 11 DNFs. Yeah. And Alfonso with the fastest lap. That was on lap 1, wasn't it? As someone said it'd be funny if that happens. I think it did. Well, yeah, it would have been lap 1. But yeah, Alfonso getting the fastest lap on the very first lap, so that must have been a very good lap. Yeah, Iceman told me. Yep, there we go. You were right. And yes, another fastest lap for the Green Sushies, and it's another fastest lap for Alfonso, who's currently our leader in terms of fastest laps, and this is just another one to add to the list. So just making up those little points with those fastest laps. But let's head over to Superboss, our race winner on Office Madness. Claps in the chat. Congratulations, Superboss, on the win. Very close down to the end. A lot of excitement on this one as always. A lot of chaos through those reverse boosters. Its name pretty much sums it up. Office Madness. It is always absolute madness on this one. One of our longest tracks of the series. Alfonso alone has had more fastest laps than any team. Yeah, proven to be very quick, but not necessarily scoring very high. Usually a bit of a mid-table finisher, but Very good at getting those fastest lap points. Anyway, I'm going to go put these results onto the leaderboard, and I'll be back in just a minute. Actually, no, first, don't let me forget predictions. I don't know why it's always on the second. It's always on the second race, isn't it? It's always the second race. Choose outcome. And you know what? We had no winners. No winners on the prediction. Okay, now I'm going to go put the results over on the leaderboard, and I'll be back in just a minute with the updated standings. Alright, the results have been entered. So let's head over and look at the standings. So Superboss is now tied with Boer in terms of first places, both with 3. And Alfonso picking up their 4th fastest lap of the season. But Pesky Bird is still leading with quite a strong lead with 356 points. Superboss is now up to 2nd with 307. Demon in 3rd with 300. Moo in 4th with 298. Were in 5th with 292. Alfonso in 6th with 285. Fludes in 7th with 284. Stormy in 8th with 283. So very close between them 3. Sage in 9th with 263. Shady in 10th with 260. And then we have Cheese, Azur, Luna, Iceman, Weep, Eggbot, and Jimmy. Unfortunately, Jimmy having a bit of a rough season at the moment. His last couple of races have not been kind. They've not been kind to the icebreakers in general. They've been having some struggles. Iceman managed to make a bit of a comeback on this one with the 8th place after the one and only DNF on the previous race. But it's a bit of a rough season currently for the 2 of those. Weep trying to make a bit of a comeback. It's not the smoothest, but starting to see a bit of a turnaround maybe. Eggbot, bit hit and miss at the moment, so yeah, it's interesting at the moment, but still, like I say, quite a few races left. Got Collision Course coming up, and then Sandstone Magcore, quite an interesting track. Very good aesthetics on it. So yeah, those 2 will be coming up tomorrow. But everyone's still fairly close together. Pesky Bird is trying to break away in that number 1 spot, but is not out of reach yet. Let's see what was put in the chat. Only 125 behind P1. Hey, there's still a chance. Still a chance. Oh yeah, of course I had to mention you're the only DNF. If you're the only one that's if you're the only one that's going to DNF, it's going to be pointed out. Yeah, Green Sushi is suddenly 2nd to last in team standings. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Again, for those interested in seeing what's going on with the team standings, they are in the Discord. Boy has been keeping those up to date. Been tracking that for those interested. They have the most fastest laps and the most second places. And yet they're 2nd to last. Guess which team is in last? At this point, I want to say the Icebreakers. I don't think it's going to be the Dogeballs now. So I think that's probably my guess. Icebreakers, yes, there we go. I'll remember this moment. It's half time now. Yep. Halfway. Halfway. But yeah, that is going to be it for this stream. I had a typo, so she's not that low. Okay, because that would have been quite the dramatic drop. But yeah, that is going to do it for this one. Some exciting races, of course. Office Madness always going to cause some interesting moments and a lot of drama, and a lot of excitement and a lot of chaos. Just straight up madness. But yeah, that will be it. As always, thanks for streaming. Love these stream evenings. Have a good night. No worries at all. Honestly, part of what keeps me doing these is everyone watching. I'm sure, I know it could probably sound a bit cheesy and a bit cringy, but it's no joke. Obviously, I enjoy doing these, but I wouldn't be able to do them without everyone getting involved and watching, and chatting along and showing their enjoyment for it. So that's what keeps me going with it, keeps me doing it, and yeah, I'm having a blast with it and chatting with everyone and the enjoyment and everything. But yeah, have a good night, good evening, good morning, good day, wherever you are, whatever time it is. And of course, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.